Hunter x Hunter, episode 103 review. Let's go! Really, only two things happen in this episode. One, the king is having a hard time facing against his gun remaster. He is a master. Like, seriously, the king cannot defeat this girl. Every time they play, she always ends up winning. And the thing is, she's not even going full power. She's not even going full force on this guy. And he sees this. He sees this. This guy be all like... Can somebody say Butthurt? His booty is on fire. So the other part of this episode is basically Morale. He activates his technique, and this technique's name is Beast. It's called Deep Purple, man. It's called Deep Purple, man. I be imagining it like this, man. I'm like this. You got that Deep Purple? Yeah, I got that Deep Purple. I'm saying, man, you got that Deep Purple, man. Yeah, man, I said I got that Deep Purple. I got that Deep Purple. Yeah, you ain't got that Deep Purple. You ain't got that Deep Purple. Man, you don't believe me? I got that Deep Purple. I got that Deep Purple right here. I got the Deep Purple right here. It good. I don't know. Don't mind that. I just, when I hear the name Deep Purple, I think it's a drink and stuff, a fruity beverage, Don't judge me! But in all seriousness, this technique is pretty epic. What it can do is basically he can make these ninja-like clone thingies using his nin, and he can make up to 216 of them. So as Morale is doing his technique, he ends up running into Chi-Tu, and Chi-Tu ends up throwing him into his ability. Basically, Chi-Tu's ability is a game of tag. The worst kind of game you can play with a speed demon like him. In order for Morale to get out of the ability, he needs to tag Chi-Tu. Also with Chi-Tu's ability, there's a time limit to how long this ability will last. It will last up to 8 hours. And so, what does Morale do? Chilling like a villain. And that's basically the episode. This episode was good. This was a really good episode, honestly. Like, not a lot happened, but with the king and that girl playing that game, which I'm just very interested in. I'm just very interested in it. And I'm just very curious how is the king going to change exactly? Because, they said that he's going to change. We don't know if it's going to be for the good or for the bad. That can be for the good, where he actually starts appreciating humans a little bit more because it's girl. Or he can be straight hating and just like, I hate all humans, or just start going on a rampage all of a sudden because of this change with this girl or something. I don't know. We don't know what's exactly going to happen, but I'm looking forward to seeing his change, and hopefully it's maybe for the good. Maybe he has to show some compassion for humans. And I want to say Chi-Tu's ability is very interesting. So this is what he was going to gain meeting up with Shalapoof. So it's interesting. A game of tag. This, like I said, that's like the perfect technique for him because he's a fast person. You try to chase him, you're not going to tag him. You can't break the hourglass that's holding, for the time and everything. So you're kind of just stuck there unless you can do some other kind of tactic, which is what Morale's doing, is chilling like a villain, waiting for him to get frustrated enough for him to attack him, so then he come in and say, buddy, you just been tagged. Oh yeah, one thing I actually forgot to mention is that Nova's being watched by that bug flying guy, the same guy that was watching over Kill at that time. So yeah, hopefully Nose will notice him and finish that guy off, because he's a nuisance. He's in the way. Also, Nose could possibly get Morale out of Chi-Tu's ability, because Chi-Tu's ability is kind of like a dimensional ability because it takes him somewhere else, or that's what it seems like anyways, because they disappear once Chi-Tu ends up tagging them. So maybe Nose can probably get Morale out of that technique using his dimensional abilities, because he also uses dimensions as well. But I don't know. I don't even know how they're gonna be able to communicate with each other. So I don't think he knows the situation, what's going on with Morale. So I don't think it's even possible. But that's just a thought. But I'm done. So leave your comments below and tell me what you think of this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Hunter x Hunter reviews from me. So yes, been the Break Master. And until then, people, break out.